Okay everyone, I've actually had some requests as of late to show a little bit of a lathering video as to how I lather. I thought I'd pick one that I think is a little bit difficult, or at least has a small window for lathering, as PdP Provence. I am no French major, so I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right. I'll make this a short as I can video. What I have in here is I actually have some hot water that I've run in here. I'm going to run just a little bit more. I'm just getting it started, so I'm going to let my brush soak for a few minutes. It's just a cheapy brush that I picked up probably 4 years ago. I don't even know now. Before I really started getting into some of the nicer brushes. And I only have a few decent brushes. Most of mine are just kind of the cheapy stuff that I'm using. I'm frugal enough that I like to use up what I have before I buy a $100 brush or better, whatever. As you can see, what I've done is I put some water in on top of this, and I'm going to let it soak, just like as if I were going to shave. And the way that I typically shave is I'll take a shower. Very rarely will I shave without having a nice warm shower. So I'm going to let these soak for a few minutes and maybe show you a few things that I'm thinking about putting on BST soon while that soaks for a few minutes. Actually, my cologne choice, not that you really care, is going to be Fendi today. The Omo aftershave and cologne. I'm just going to show you a few of, I've narrowed my rotation down from probably 3 dozen razors down to this. This is all that I have basically in my rotation. And I've got the tuck away, an old type which I'll be using today. It's actually just nasty. I bought it several years ago off the bay, I think, in a lot, and I liked it, so I've kept it. In fact, I'm going to set that aside so I can use it. An early tech, a new that needs polish, 40 super speed, 53 super speed. The EJDE 89 will probably get pipped soon. It was pipped to me. Nice razor, but I'm just not a modern razor kind of guy, so it's probably look for some of my posts. It's probably going to be pipped pretty soon. The only modern razor that I probably will keep will be the Mule R41. That's the 2011 head, and it's just such a nice aggressive shaver that I probably will keep it. Merkur 38C, 57 red tip. Got a Parker that it was one of my first ones that I bought that were new. I'd been using vintage for several years before that, but and then a 1912 head. This is the safety razor of the month, so I guess I could probably post the link to this too. I've got several of these, but this is the only one that I usually shave with because it's all brass. It's very easy to clean, etc. And then I've got the eyebrow mustache brush or a razor that never gets used. That's a waste. I should probably BST it too. Okay, long story short, guys, I was just kind of killing some time. Straights, the shave at the Parker model of the shave at, and some traditional straights. We've probably soaked enough. So now that I've rambled enough, if you are actually still watching, you're going to get a little shave tutorial. I like to use a very dry brush. So what I'm going to do is actually like squeeze this out. You don't see this, but I've gone over the sink and I've squeezed it out. And in fact, I usually shake it out a few times. It's not a very floppy brush, so I have the ability to do that without worrying about breakage of the hairs here. And then again, I like to start pretty dry. So I'm going to take what water was here, I don't think you can see that, and actually pour it in here because I know I'm going to need some. You probably can't see that. I'm going to load this up. And I just kind of go to town. Remember, you're not adding a lot of pressure. You're trying to pick it up with the tips. I am kind of swirling it around so that I'm catching other parts other than just the tips. Say this, for example. Okay. You want plenty of product, but I don't know. It depends on how much you like. I'm the type of guy that I like to use what I've made and not flush it all down the drain. So I usually don't make this much. I'm making it this much to show you how easy it really is once you get going. Okay, so then I've come back to here, and I'm kind of tamping down just a little bit in that water. starting to swirl. Let me see if I can turn this sideways. You can see a little better. And I'm spreading this out fairly decent. And then I want to kind of tamp to load up the brush. I'm not pushing it too hard, but I'm just kind of tamping to load it up. Do a little bit more, so basically I'm evening out all of the product that I picked up. Okay, and actually I'm going to add a few drops at a time. This is another reason why I use this. A few drops at a time to slowly build my lather. Now with Pré de Provence, it has a kind of a narrow window as to its actual nice, good, yogurty usability. So I only add a couple at a time. And if you'll notice, I'm making sure that the big bubbles go away before I'm adding more water. Like it's already gone, but I'm gonna hit this just a little bit more. And as we go, I'm kind of tamping in to load the brush up. That's really what I'm doing. I'm gonna go ahead and add some more water just because it might be a little dry. And I typically do this after I shower, so I'm ready to go with my lather. What you might do if you're doing this before you actually shower or bathe, then you might have to do the same thing where you're adding more water back into it. But as you can see, I mean, I'm starting to get I'm getting a great scent. I don't know if you guys haven't used this, it's good stuff. With that said, I haven't had a lot of luck with the cream. In fact, I pipped the cream. I didn't like it. It smelled good. I could have used it to add scent to, say, Vanderhagen or whatever, but our community's given a lot to me. I try to get back where I can, so hopefully somebody had better luck with it than I did. Oh, and FYI, my water is super hard. I have fish tanks. I can tell you, it's very hard, so those guys that say you can't do this with hard water, I don't know where they get it. And as you can see, I have much more than I will use for 3 passes even. But this was just more to show everyone that it actually is not as hard as you think. If you liked the video, guys, feel free to share it on Badger and Blade. I'm Casey Highlife from there. Have a great day.